Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. Today is Tuesday, August the 31st. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am joined by the one and only Mr. Josh Crash Davis. How are you on this Tuesday, Mr. Crash?
Doing well on this Tuesday evening. It's a little different doing a night podcast, but I'm excited for it. So
Yes.
yeah.
Well, it's Monday evening doing the podcast for Tuesday's baseball. So there you go.
Yep. Tonight for tomorrow. Yep.
So we're ready. We've got some good fades, and we'll get to those at the end. And we have some really good plays that we've been working on that are a combination of value, some lower owned guys, but we think we have a good mix between the two of us here. And we even landed on one of the same guys. So 5-star play there for that gentleman. But again, just quickly here, love to have you join us, dfscoachtalk.com. You can get in there still for this NFL football package that we have coming up, which is sneaking up very quickly. And, you can check out all the different offerings there at dfscoachtalk.com. If you're watching this on YouTube here right at the start, take a quick second, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the little alarm bell up in the corner on the top, which will let you know when any of our podcasts post. All right, let's get into this Tuesday main slate for MLB, and let's start out with our top pitcher for both of us going into this slate. Who do you have, Crash?
For tomorrow's slate, I've got Lance McCullers as my top pitcher. He is 9,200 on FanDuel. He's a little bit more. He's 10,100 on DK, so I kind of lean towards playing him on FanDuel over DraftKings, but I still like him on both. He has 8 strikeouts in both of his starts against Seattle, and Seattle's averaging 10 strikeouts over the last 3 starts. They've really been, towards the bottom as far as teams that strike out. And striking out the most, the whole season basically. So they strike out quite a bit. So
yeah, I think it's a great pick. I think he's going to be real popular and deservedly so. No question about it. My guy is grossly underpriced on DraftKings, which draws me to him. And then he is priced correctly on FanDuel and Yahoo, but I like them all across the board, and that's Blake Snell. Blake Snell against Arizona. He's been stretching out lately, striking a ton of guys out. Arizona, we've talked about it multiple times. There's 3 or 4 teams in the league, Arizona being one of them, that are just playing a double A/AAA team. I mean, it's just not good. Yeah. And I love this spot for Snell. Would you believe he's only 7,700 on DraftKings?
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow. I actually didn't see that, but I think I can see why you'd want to play him.
Yeah, he'll be 1,000,000% owned there. Yeah. I mean, I just don't know how you pass him. I mean, he's an SP1 with an SP2 price, which allows you a lot of leverage to get a bunch of bats or to get another stud pitcher with him. Maybe Snell McCullers is a great way to go, but how about this? On FanDuel, he's 9,400. So 7,700 on DraftKings, 9,400 on FanDuel, which is fair. I think that's where he should be. And he's $44. Again, not bad. I mean, the top guys can top $60 on Yahoo, and usually the studs are in the 50s. So 44, fair to even a real bargain on Yahoo. So I think Snell's the man. I really like this matchup for him statistically, where he's been 5 of his last 6 starts. If he can just perform like that against this team, he's going to put up a good DFS number.
Yeah, I like that play, Coach. And I think I was actually looking at Snell, but I think I looked at him on FanDuel and didn't see him on DraftKings, because that's a steal on DraftKings. 7,700, there's no way I could pass that up.
I don't think most people will, but what they're going to do is, because there's such a discrepancy, and I've seen this a lot, he may go a little more underowned on FanDuel because people are going to say, well, I don't want to pay 9,400 for him on FanDuel if I got such a deal on DraftKings. But then you'll have other people like me that say, listen, I just like Snell everywhere, and I'm playing him. So, it's not like he's going to be super low owned on FanDuel, but, to me, 7,700, I'll eat the chalk all day long on Draftkings.
For sure. For sure.
All right, let's go right to the hitters. We've got 3 stud hitters that we're recommending. Who's your first guy?
Well, my first hitter is the same guy that you recommended. So you want to say it or do you want me to say it?
Go for it, man.
Right,
We're both on Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez.
Why do you like him so much?
3,700 on FanDuel. He's 4,600 on DraftKings.
Yeah.
He's hitting 356 against left-handed pitchers. Lefties are hitting 306 against Keegan Aiken in general. Keegan Aiken is not going to scare anybody. He just hasn't been very good all year, and Teoscar is definitely due for a home run. So I think tomorrow night's the night he hits one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm getting a bit agitated with this Blue Jays slump, though. I mean, I know a few guys hit tonight, and I had Guerrero on Yahoo and such. So you got to think they're going to bust out at some point.
Yeah, they will. They will.
And really, Aiken is he's awful. I just don't see him, especially against right-handed power. He just gets slammed. He's pitching more like Clay Aiken for any of the old American Idol guys from 20 years ago. Do you remember Clay Aiken?
I remember Clay Aiken. I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank God. I didn't want to be that old.
I'm not that young.
I think he lost to Ruben Studdard. That's how good my memory is.
Yeah,
remember Ruben Studdard?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. We're all right. We're on the same page. So Clay Aiken's pitching for Baltimore. So we're both with, and Teoscar, by the way, is $21 on Yahoo to boot. So
that's good.
He may be in all 3 lineups for me as well. So we both love Teoscar. It's the first time we've landed on the same pitcher. Same hitter in one of these. So that's a good sign. So let's hope we get maybe a double dong day from one of our guys would be sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Player number 2, what do you got?
I've got Salvador Perez. No surprise here. This dude has just absolutely been just smashing everything. 3,600 on FanDuel. He's 5,400 on DraftKings, which normally I would say that would probably be a price I would not want to pay. But he's hit a home run in 6 of his last 7 games. I mean, it's like, is that even humanly possible? He's just smashing the ball lately. But, Salvador Perez, he's back at home. He's feeling good. I think he's going to hit 1, maybe even 2 home runs. We'll see.
Wow. My question is, and the reason I've faded him a few times now, and I love Sal. I mean, he's been in some really good lineups for me this year, but I don't understand why they're pitching to him. Kansas City's lineup stinks. He's like the man. I have no idea. I would not give him a pitch to hit. I'd rather face Benintendi or whoever's batting behind him. But hey, they're pitching to him. He's hitting it, so I get your pick. Absolutely.
He had back-to-back grand slams. I mean, that's unheard of.
It doesn't have. It's softball kind of stuff for sure. I stuck with the Blue Jays. I'm not giving up on they're going to have one of these 15-run nights, and I want to have, even if it's a mini stack. My second guy is Marcus Simeon.
Okay.
He's 5,400 on DraftKings, 4,000 FanDuel, and 23 on Yahoo. So he's not cheap anywhere, but for his position and what he can bring to the table, he's such a professional hitter. He can steal you a base. I know he's been part of the whole slump that the Blue Jays have been in, but he can get it done. And I think with Springer coming back for them, I think that their group will get into. We're having some dog interference here. The dogs are out for Simeon. So
dogs are out for Simeon.
That must mean that he is either a bad pick. Does that mean he's a bad pick or a good pick if we're getting the dog bark for him?
I'm going to say it's a good pick.
Okay. All right. He's not the dog of the day. He's the stud of the day.
He's approving it. He's approval bark. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. All right. Hitter number 3.
Hitter number 3. This is a guy that not a lot of people play. Good value play, I think, tomorrow. I like playing him against lefties. Martin Maldonado from the Houston Astros, the catcher. 2,200 on FanDuel, 2,600 on DraftKings. He's just very consistent against left-handed pitching. And like I said, no one ever plays him, and I don't know why. I mean, he is 35 years old. That might be why. But he's, from what I know, never been above 3,000 on DraftKings at least all year. And got to play pitcher, so why not?
I like it. Yeah, that's a great pick, low owned, but under the radar guy. For me, I'm going with more of a big name here, of a guy that's been hotter. I just feel a home run in this game coming up, and that's Mr. Stanton, as we used to call him, Mike Stanton, not too many years ago.
Mike,
but you don't remember that?
I don't.
Yeah, when he first came up, he went by Mike Stanton. I have a baseball card of him, Mike Stanton. Yep. I have no idea why that's what he wanted to be called, but he was called Mike Stanton. Because
Giancarlo was too hard to pronounce, I guess.
I would assume he was trying to, fit in to the States, I guess.
Mike
but that dude could, whatever you want to call him, he wants to be called, that's what you call him. So,
yeah.
But I'm calling him for a home run, 4,800 on DraftKings, 38 on FanDuel, and a nice price, $17 on Yahoo. Definitely a guy that can go deep multiple times in a game. Just, like the pitching that he's going to face here, the bullpen he's going to face. And he is my third hitter of the day. So to review, I have Snell, Teoscar Hernandez, Simeon, and Stanton, and you have?
I have Teoscar Hernandez also, and then I have Salvador Perez and Martin Maldonado, and then my pitcher was Lance McCullers.
Lance McCullers, exactly. All right, real quickly before we hit our fades, again, check us out, dfscoachtalk.com. We have a 3-day pass for $10, a 5-day pass for $19. And again, that 5-day pass is something brand new that we designed specifically for those that are looking to try us out for a week in football. If you join on a Thursday, you get Thursday's football, Sunday's football, Monday's football, and you can do that coming up very shortly. So that's a great opportunity for you to check us out. We also have some great deals with betus.com.pa that you can see scrolling on the bottom. If you make a deposit with them, I'm all choked up. It's such a good offer. It's $149 for your first deposit with BetUS, and you get 2 months free with Coach Talk, which is a great deal. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. And also our pro football package. We've got a great offer for new members, and we have a terrific offer. Just shoot us a note at DFS Coach Talk on Twitter, or you can shoot us a note here on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. If not, and you're listening on an audio podcast, again, just pop on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. If you're a former member or a current member that's looking to renew, we have a special price and offer for our pro football package. So we would love to hear from you. Okay, no further ado. Fade pitcher of the night, Mr. Crash.
My fade pitcher is going to be Lucas Giolito. 10,200 on FanDuel. Price is just a little steep for me. And then he's 8,800 on DraftKings. So if I was going to play Lucas Giolito, I would definitely lean towards the DraftKings side over FanDuel. And then the Pirates, he's facing the Pirates tomorrow, and they don't strike out a lot. They've been right around the top 5 teams and fewest strikeouts all year. Right now they're sitting around 7.5 strikeouts a game. So not a lot of opportunity for strikeouts, which is going to be very important when we're paying up. We want to have a lot of strikeouts. So I'm going to go ahead and fade Lucas Giolito tomorrow. What about you?
I like it. I'm taking a fade pitcher here that's, I think, going to be fairly popular, to be honest with you. And it's Charlie Morton from the Atlanta Braves. A couple of reasons. I've been in Charlie's corner a lot this year, but I just don't like, the last couple of outings leading into this, he's been good, but I've watched some of that, and he's had a couple cracks in the armor that he was able to squeeze out of, and he's got to face that murderer's row lineup of the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium, and that is always such an incredibly tough go, and he's really actually a decent price on DraftKings. He's only 8,900. So I think he's going to grab ownership because the price is right. And, on FanDuel, it's a little more realistic at 96. So, still probably going to get some ownership there. But he's a big fat $50, third highest priced pitcher on Yahoo. So I don't like a guy, somebody going into Dodger Stadium against that lineup at this time of the season with quite a few innings under his belt. I don't think it's a good recipe. And I think even if he performs decently, I don't see him making value and being a key component to the winning lineup. So I'm going to go out on a limb and fade Charlie Morton.
I like it. It.
You got your one hitter to fade now.
Yeah, so for my fade tomorrow, as far as the hitter goes, I'm going to go with Chris Bryant from the San Francisco Giants.
Okay.
4,000 on FanDuel. He's 5,200 on DraftKings. Now, here's the thing with Bryant, with the matchup he's projected to face tomorrow with Brandon Woodruff. 22 times he's faced him. He's only hitting 136. He's got 3 hits and 10 strikeouts against Woodruff. So
nice.
Pretty good sample size with him being with the Cubs, all these years. And I think that Woodruff's going to get him again. So
good. And I'm sure you're not partial to any Brewers.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm going right for the jugular here. I'm taking the most expensive outfielder on the slate to fade. And that's Bryce Harper, who's homered Monday night. But here's the thing. It's Corbin, the lefty, and I respect Corbin. He keeps the ball down. And Harper's price is just ridiculous. I mean, if you're going to play Harper at this price, he needs to be going against a subpar pitcher. And I think Corbin is respectable. He's Harper's 6,100. You could get a pitcher cheaper than Harper on DraftKings. He's also the most expensive outfielder on FanDuel at 4,400. And if you want to spend $27, which is also the highest outfield price on Yahoo, then you can give it a shot. But my suggestion is fade it. I know he's hit the ball well lately, but it's Corbin. The price is not right for that matchup. And, even if you find yourself with maybe on DraftKings where you have that $7,700 cheap break with Snell and you have extra money, you're filling in your outfield. I know a lot of people do this, and you have a decent money on the table. So you say, okay, I'm going to go with Harper, or a guy like that, not always the best move. I mean, the matchup still matters, and what they're going to face that night is important. And remember, this pricing from all three of them really they do the best they can to price correctly. But remember, these slates are out before the other one ends. The pricing's already there. And, you can really get some bargains, and you can also get taken into cleaners on some of the pricing here. Mm-hmm. So, don't take it for granted. And to me, I just don't think Harper's a good spend against a pitcher of that caliber.
Yeah, I like it. It's very bold, but I think it's a good play.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee a lot of people will have Morton and Harper on their teams tomorrow.
Yeah.
My 2 fade guys on the whole chart, but it's easy to say fade, some guy that's not going to have any ownership. Mm-hmm. You got to put yourself out there sometimes with some of these calls. So
yeah, for sure.
Outstanding. All right, fantastic. We're trying to keep these short and to the point so everybody gets a chance to listen to them. We're trying to get them out earlier. So if you're on your commute to work on Tuesday, or you're at lunchtime, you can catch, a good 15, 20-minute pod that just gives you a little idea of a few people to roster and start building your lineup. As we always recommend at Coach Talk, we look at the whole process here. We coach to it, and we work on that to build by cash plays specifically. We do play GPPs as well, but we're looking to follow a pattern, get into the specific contest that you want to ahead of time. Just put a dummy lineup in there, get it set so you get the right contests. Then you can build that initial lineup. Hopefully, this podcast helps you get some of those core guys or fades. And then check us out throughout the day. We're on, everywhere the podcast can be heard. You can check us out here on the audio side at Podbean, Stitcher, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, which is brand new to one of our podcast sites. There's a ton of them out there, so you can check us out. Also, tomorrow's the last day, Crash. It snuck up on us. Tomorrow's the last day of August, and we do a drawing at the end of every month for a free 1-week all-inclusive membership to Coach Talk. So in order to get into that drawing, check out one of our audio podcasts, hit 5 stars, quick little comment, and then you are eligible for that drawing that our man, Mr. Stanton, will be doing tomorrow evening, and we'll announce that coming up here on the next podcast. Also, you have the opportunity if you want to reach out to us on Twitter. We're all at DFS Coach Talk. I'm at Joe Sarvadi, JoeSarvadi, and he is at let me see if I can get it finally. Is it JP Davis 1982?
It is.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it.
So there you go. And you can reach out to him there as well. We're checking things out throughout the day, making posts, and we're in Discord throughout the day as well, especially in, with baseball, with all the weather situations and everything going on. It's a big benefit. Let us do the work for you so you don't have to chase down that information. So that is it, my friend. We've got hopefully some good takes here that'll get people started off on a really fun Tuesday night card. I love Tuesdays and Fridays because I love to watch that. I'm always mentioning it, but if you have the MLB package and you can check out the Strike Zone channel, it's a blast because they cut in and show you highlights of everything, as it's going. So it's a good time. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Any final words there, Mr. Crash?
Yeah, we have on Wednesday, we have our big announcement coming. So I want to make sure we put that in there that Wednesday we got a big announcement coming for the NFL season. So everybody stay tuned, and we think you'll like what we have to say. Yeah,
we're extremely excited, and we've got the three-headed monster of football, Mr. Andrew Hansen, the lead man, and then Crash Davis and our man Joe Stanton. They're all going to be bringing you all of the NFL coverage. We'll have full podcasts for every NFL game that's played this season, Crash. Did you know that?
Yes, sir. And I'm pretty sure, isn't Andrew a Bears fan?
No, Andrew he's who does Andrew like? That's a great question. He stays so neutral to not favor any team. I don't think he's a Bears fan, though.
Okay. For some reason, I was thinking he was a Bears fan, but let's say we're going to have a Bears-Packers rivalry going all season.
Yeah. It's so fun. He's not Patriots either, even though he's up there in New England. That's a great question. I'll tell you, that just goes to show how awesome Andrew is at DFS. He does not let anything
bias.
Chip him. No. There's no Milwaukee Brewers stacks in his life. Or Dallas Mavericks, Luka stacks in mine. Yeah. Outstanding, man. Well, thanks for reminding me of that. Yeah, we're really excited about that. That's only a couple days away. So, if you're watching this Tuesday, it's tomorrow. So Wednesday is the big NFL announcement. So, all right, fantastic. Well, really appreciate everybody checking us out and listening in. For our whole DFS Coach Talk team, And for my baseball partner in crime here, Mr. Josh Crash Davis, I am Coach, affectionately known as Joe Sarvati. How's that? A little vice versa on you.
Yeah.
We'll be back this Saturday for another MLB podcast, and then all the NFL podcasts start going crazy. So we'll definitely be around for that. So thank you for listening in, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow when we look to crush it in DFS.